Hey, how you doing? David Taub here. Hope all's going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Today, I have a lesson for you on minor seventh chords and some other really cool minor chords that you may not be playing. And you know, like I always say, it's so important to keep expanding your chord vocabulary, right? Because it's so common sometimes to get stuck playing the same chords over and over again, right? And it starts to sound a bit stale. And you could substitute a lot of these minor seventh chords for minor chords that you have in your progressions and your songs, and you want to experiment with them. So important to keep learning new chords. And recently I did a lesson on major seventh chords, and I talked about what major seventh chords are, how you build them, and gave you lots of examples of those and some practice progressions. And those are great because those are really sweet and jazzy sounding. And if you missed that lesson, I'll put a link to it in the cards up here and also down in the YouTube description box. You want to check that one out and add those to your vocabulary. And I received a lot of emails and posts about that major seventh lesson, and in fact a bunch of people wanted to see some minor seventh chord lessons and some other chord lessons. So I'm going to be doing, this one's minor sevenths, and I'll do some more too. Let me know in the comments below what else you'd like to see chord wise or lesson wise. You know, minor chords are very dark sounding, like this D minor, right? Very dark sounding chord, right? A minor, right? As opposed to our major chords, which are, you know, happy and bright, like G major, C major, right? These have a mood to them. This is how we create moods with music. And those major seventh chords are so sweet and jazzy, right? G major 7, D major 7. They all have that quality or that mood to them. And minor seventh chords, like you're going to learn today, they have that dark kind of minor, but that little extra character in them because they have that extra interval in there. Just beautiful chords. And before you're rocking, you could do me a huge favor. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel, that really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons out. And I don't want you to miss any because I got a lot of really killer lessons and content coming up. And also leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see coming up. And if you like the video, please click that like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. Now a little bit about minor seventh chords. They're built off the minor chord. Remember, a minor chord is a root, a flat third, and a fifth. 3 intervals. Like a major chord is a root, third, and fifth. That's the difference between major and minor chords. You're never sure of the difference. Look at the third. Most minor type chords will always have that flatted third in them. So minor chord is a root, flat third, fifth, and then a minor seventh, we add a flat seventh onto that. So the intervals in a minor seventh chord are a 1, a root, a flat third, fifth, flat 7. So just to show you how we build these, let's just take the key of E, for instance. And if we play an E major scale, you know major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And if you're asking, well, David, we're talking about minor seventh chords, why are you playing a major chord? That's a good question. And the answer is because all music theory relates back to the major scale, right? You have to have one constant to relate everything back to, and it's the major scale. So if we play an E major scale, right, and each note gets an interval assigned to it. The root note E, right? Our third is a G sharp. We got to flatten that. So we're going to play an E, the root, or 1, flat third, which is G. The fifth note in E major is a B, so we have to play that B. And then if you count up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right, you have a E flat note, but we have to play the flat 7. So just flatten it, go back a half a step. And that's a D. So the notes in an E minor seventh chord, root E, flat third G, fifth B, flat 7 D. That's how you build your minor sevens. So let's apply that to the guitar. Your E minor chord, basic E minor chord, you know the shape. Most people know that open chord, right? Those notes, right, like we talked about, root, flat third, fifth, E. There's our B. Then we play an E again. There's the G, right? Then you B again, and E again. Now, so to play that minor seventh, we have to add a D note, and we can grab it right there. That's our flat 7. So you have an E minor seventh like this. Hear the difference? E minor, E minor 7. It sounds a little richer to me because you have that flat 7 in there. You can also play an E minor seventh like this with 4 fingers because we're just adding a G note, which is in the chord already. You're just playing the G note twice instead of the E note 3 times. And that's a very common fingering for an E minor 7. A lot of people like that because you can go to like a G chord very easily, leaving those third and fourth fingers down, or C add 9, right? You can even play some progressions. G, C add 9, G. Back to E minor 7. G, C add 9, G. A little practice with that, right? Okay, so you have two ways of playing E minor 7th. Just for a little bonus points, a really cool chord is if you take that third finger and instead of playing the D note, play the C sharp, so you're sliding it back a half a step. That's an E minor 6. Instead of playing the flat 7, we're playing the 6th interval, which is a C sharp, and you get this sound. It's a really interesting sound, right? All these little half-step differences are huge in the overall building and sound of these chords. And if you want to just take that third finger and move it to the high E string and add that F sharp note, right, as you're holding the E minor chord down, you have an E minor add 9, because we're adding that 9th or that second, the F sharp, in the key of E, gives us an E minor 9. That's awesome. So watch how it sounds when we put some of those together, and I go from that minor 7 to the minor 6 to the add 9 to the E minor, and you get this mixture. Right? So much better than just kind of hanging just on an E minor chord. We can add these intervals. Get all that movement playing with inside the chords. How about an A minor 7th? If you take your bass A minor chord, and we're going to need to add a flat 7 in the key of A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat that. We have a G, so we got to add a G note to our A minor. You can do that right on the high E string, 3rd fret. Hold A minor, add the G, you have an A minor 7. Hear that G? Big difference. Here's A minor, right? A minor 7. A little bit more complex. Now, a lot of people also play an A minor 7th. If you just play A minor, take off your third finger. That plays the open G string, and you have an A minor 7th like that. Probably a more common one because very easy to take off that one finger. You can always throw in your A suspended second when you're playing A minor. Suspended chords, suspended second and fourths have no third in them, so they could be played with minors and majors and mixed up. But basically, if you're playing A minor and you take off your first finger and you're just playing with your second and third, you have A sus2. That's a very rich sounding chord, right? Now here's a really cool chord. Take that A sus2, because I want to kind of get you moving around the neck a little bit, right? And maybe out of first position here all the time. Just move that up to the 5th fret. Ooh, that chord's pretty rich, right? That's an A minor 9. We're adding that 9th, that B note to the A minor chord. I love minor 9 chords. That's awesome, right? Another one you could add into your growing arsenal of chords. To play a G minor 7th, you could play it a couple different ways. One way you could do it is like this, right? It's using a lot of your fingers though. You're playing the 3rd fret at the low E string, muting the A string, and then playing the 3rd fret at your D, G, and B strings, leaving out the high E string. G minor 7. It doesn't sound as rich when you play all the strings in a G minor 7 like a bar chord, but this will work, okay? And obviously that's movable. You could just move it down a half step. If you have it in a pinch, you can get an F sharp minor 7th like that too. The minor type chord off of the G in the open position, the one that I use a lot and I like a lot is this one. I like chords that just have that kind of mysterious, kind of dark sound to them. That is a G minor 6th, okay? And we're just fretting with 3 fingers. So 3rd fret low E, mute the A, open D, 3rd fret G, 3rd fret B, and an open high E. You have a G minor 6 chord. Love that one. Technically, just so you know, you can play a G minor chord and just the same way, except leave out that high E string. That's the 6th, and technically if you're just playing, leaving out the high E, playing all the other strings with this voicing, that's a G minor chord. If you need a G minor, kind of what we consider open, if you're not playing that G minor bar chord as yet. But try that minor 6, G minor 6, that's a killer one. And a lot of students are struggling with bar chords, and these minor 7th chords, of course, can be played in a bar chord configuration. I'm keeping it to the open chords today for the most part. And if you're struggling with bar chords, you know, playing bar chords, getting the technique down, or switching from bars to opens, I could really help you with that. I'll tell you what, click on that link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a killer extended play lesson. It's not on YouTube, and it has my essential bar chord technique tips, playing tips, changing tips. It's packed with techniques and exercises. It will really get your bar chord playing and changing blasted to the next level. I'll send you that, and I'll pair it with an ebook that has more chord charts in it, more lessons, more exercises. It's a killer 1-2 combination. Video lesson and ebook. Send them both to you for free. Just click on that link below. And then how about like a B minor 7th? One voicing you could play is all at the 2nd fret. So you're not playing the low E string, 2nd fret A string, open D, 2nd fret G, open B, 2nd fret high E. That's a B minor 7 with 5 strings. Great chord if you're not up to playing the B minor 7 bar chord. You can just grab that guy, B minor 7. So that's a nice batch of minor 7 chords and a couple other assorted minor chords to get you moving around a little bit. You want to memorize those, but let's put them into some progressions. Here's a couple practice progressions for you. And obviously these are just practice. You wouldn't see this many minor 7th chords probably in one song, but you know, let's practice them. So let's take a G minor 6th and let's take that to the E minor 7, and then let's move up to that 5th fret, play the A minor 9. Then back down, D minor 7. See, it's getting you moving around the neck a bit. D minor 7th. And then we'll go to our A minor 7th, right? To the C major 7th. If you're not sure of a C major 7th, it's like a C chord with the first finger removed. Sounds nice together. And then a G6. And if you're not familiar with that, you're just playing 3rd fret low E, 2nd fret on the A, and then the rest of the strings open. G6. Let's just play that, see how that sounds, get you moving around a bit. If I do like a strum and arpeggiating kind of thing. Practice that and mix up the chords, mix up the strums, do arpeggiating, strumming. You know, you could do some finger picking patterns and stuff like that too, right? Let's do another progression, some practice. This time we'll go into the key of D minor. Let's play a D minor 7th to a C major 7th to an A minor 7th to F major 7th. Then we'll go to our E minor 7th, up to A minor 9, G minor 6, and this time we'll end on a C major 7th. All right, that might sound something like this. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. Have fun with these progressions. Mix the chords up. Put them into some of your songs that you're playing. Maybe substitute them for some minor chords and have fun with them, right? And experiment with all the beautiful different sounds and moods that you can create, right, with these beautiful chords. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel because I got a lot of killer lessons coming up and I don't want you to miss it. And by subscribing to the channel, you'll be notified when we have new lessons up, as well as that helps us to keep the content coming, right? And also get that free lesson by clicking on the link in the YouTube description box below. Send you my free bar chord playing and changing extended play lesson. It's not on YouTube. The video lesson also comes with an ebook. It's killer. Really help you along in your guitar journey. Just click on that link below. And if you get a second, check out my new record. I released a new record with my original band, Mindcell. We're based out of San Diego, California. I think it's a slamming record, some of the best music I've ever written. I'm really excited about it. I would love for you to hear it. It's streaming on all the platforms. I'll put links to that in the description box below. Check it out, and if you have any questions on the songs or maybe the gear I used or the studio production, I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for your support over the years and years, checking out our lessons and videos. So appreciate it. Stay tuned. Lots of great stuff coming up. Keep putting that guitar in your hands every day. Keep having fun with it, right? And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Rock on.